Have you ever wondered why the Renaissance was born in Italy? Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating periods in history, the Renaissance, which transformed art, science, and culture, leaving a deep impact on the world. But why did this massive cultural movement begin in Italy? Let's explore the reasons by taking a look back at history. The Renaissance, spanning from the late 14th century to the early 17th century, was a period of cultural, artistic, scientific, and intellectual rebirth across Europe. The term Rinascimento, meaning rebirth in Italian, encapsulates the spirit of this era. The Renaissance rejected the rigid dogmas of the Middle Ages and placed human potential, creativity, and intellect at the center of thought. Figures like Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Galileo Galilei, and Machiavelli emerged as giants of this period. But why did this movement flourish in Italy? Let's dive into the key factors behind its origins. Italy was the heart of the Roman Empire, and the cultural, artistic, and intellectual legacy of this ancient civilization remained deeply ingrained in Italian society. The achievements of ancient Rome in art, architecture, and law left a lasting impact, providing a solid foundation for the Renaissance to emerge. Italians were keenly aware of their heritage and used this rich legacy to fuel a new era of cultural revival. Another crucial factor was the rediscovery of ancient Greek and Roman texts. With the fall of the Byzantine Empire, many scholars and artists fled to Italy, bringing with them ancient manuscripts and ideas. These texts bridged the gap between the classical world and modern thought, sparking a wave of intellectual curiosity that became the cornerstone of the Renaissance. Italian artists and scholars studied these works, inspiring them to create groundbreaking innovations. The Catholic Church and the papacy also played a significant role in fostering the Renaissance. Throughout the Middle Ages, the Church was one of the most powerful patrons of art and science. Artists such as Michelangelo and Raphael created their masterpieces with the support of the popes. In Rome, the papal commitment to art helped ignite a cultural explosion, with churches, sculptures, and paintings serving as the ultimate expressions of artistic talent. Another reason for the Renaissance's emergence in Italy was the existence of independent and wealthy city-states. During the 14th and 15th centuries, Italy was not a unified kingdom, but a collection of prosperous city-states such as Florence, Venice, Milan, and Rome. These cities were hubs of commerce and finance, and wealthy merchants generously supported artists, architects, and scholars. Powerful families like the Medici in Florence became the most prominent patrons of the arts, providing both financial and intellectual support to artists and helping them flourish in their work. Italy's position at the crossroads of Mediterranean trade routes was another key factor. Cities like Venice and Genoa were pivotal in trade between the East and West, bringing wealth to Italy. This wealth was channeled into art and scientific discoveries, further fueling the Renaissance. Rich merchants invested their fortunes in the works of artists and thinkers, making Italy a hotbed of cultural innovation. The development of artisan workshops and craft guilds also played a critical role in shaping the Renaissance. Great figures like Leonardo da Vinci, Brunelleschi, and Donatello honed their skills in Italy's sophisticated artisan workshops. These spaces provided artists with the tools, knowledge, and collaborative environments necessary for innovation. As a result, the Renaissance wasn't just a movement of individual artists, but a collaborative cultural shift driven by artisans, sculptors, and architects. The Renaissance was also deeply connected to the rise of humanism, a philosophy that emphasized human potential and individuality. Rooted in ancient Greek and Roman thought, humanism celebrated creativity and intellectual achievement. This philosophy became the foundation of the Italian Renaissance, inspiring artists, writers, and scientists to push the boundaries of what humanity could achieve. Artists depicted the beauty of the human form and the perfection of nature, embodying the spirit of humanism in their work. Florence played a central role in the Renaissance, becoming the heart of this cultural and intellectual revival. The city, with its powerful families like the Medici, became a center for art and science. Cosimo de' Medici and his grandson Lorenzo de' Medici were some of the most influential patrons of the time, supporting artists like Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli. Their financial and intellectual support allowed these artists to create freely and without constraint. Lorenzo de' Medici, known as Lorenzo the Magnificent, not only provided financial backing, but also formed personal relationships with the artists, fostering an environment of creativity and innovation. Other wealthy families like the Pazzi and Strozzi also contributed to Florence's cultural life, competing to support the finest artists and further elevating the city's artistic prestige. Artists and writers in Italy also began interpreting the Bible and other religious texts with greater freedom during the Renaissance. Breaking away from the rigid dogmas of the Middle Ages, these artists depicted religious themes in new and innovative ways, emphasizing the beauty of humanity and nature. This intellectual freedom fostered a more creative and diverse approach to religious and artistic expression. Finally, the invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg in Germany allowed ideas to spread rapidly throughout Europe. Italy quickly adopted this revolutionary technology, and both classical texts and new Renaissance ideas were disseminated to a wider audience. The spread of knowledge accelerated the development of the Renaissance, as ideas flowed more freely and reached more people across the continent. As you can see, the Renaissance flourishing in Italy was no coincidence. The cultural legacy of Rome, the rise of wealthy city-states, the influence of powerful patrons, and the spirit of humanism all came together to create the perfect environment for this extraordinary period of history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Do you think the Renaissance could have started in another country? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.